It's summertime, and that means summer bronzers. I'm Adriana Ermter, Beauty Director for Fashion Magazine, and today we'll show you what bronzer works best for your skin tone, how to apply it, and a special trick. I have Thea Mitchell, founder of Dead Sexy Cosmetics, Kimmy, and Tasana with me here today to talk about bronzers, who can wear what shade of what bronzer, and how you need to apply them. So let's first start, Thea, with all of the different shades that are now available in the bronzers that are in the stores.
Okay, what everybody wants is just to have that healthy glow. So we have Kimmy here holding some shades that are really good for...
That one looks really sheer.
Really sheer, has a healthy kind of a peachy glow.
Right.
And this shade here for medium skin tones.
And here too as well, a loose powder with a nice medium tone.
Absolutely.
And then something quite darker.
Something quite darker. So it's really diverse. The key is always remember just to put on use a light hand when you're applying. Look for a shade that obviously best complements your skin tone. And then a little shimmer might be okay, but try not to go overboard with the shimmer. Not that it makes you orange, but shimmer is about reflection, and in the wrong light, reflection can translate as oily.
Oh, so we
don't want to look oily. We don't want to look greasy.
Okay.
We just want to look glowy.
This is the darker.
This is the darker. All we want is just to lightly dust it on, build up the color. And can you see how this is just taking away a bit of the paleness?
Right.
It's not translating into a very opaque color. It's just about warmth. What I wanted to touch on too is I have a little trick. Even though there are a diverse range of shades, sometimes it's really hard to find a shade that absolutely matches you.
Sure.
So I've found that using a loose powder in a skin tone shade that's maybe even 3 shades darker than your own skin tone can do the same thing.
Is it because you want to start with less, build it up, start with less is more, and build it so that you don't run the risk of turning muddy?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The great thing about translucent powder as well is that it's translucent. I have this shade here, which in the bottle looks like, obviously it wouldn't be Kimmy's skin tone shade.
Could you use something like this?
You could use something like this. This is even a little bit warmer.
Okay.
And because translucent powder is the most translucent of all the formulas, that's why it's safe to use a bit darker than maybe you would with a loose bronzer.
Great.
Tap it out on a tissue, dip your brush in, and then slowly just sweep it on.
Now that we're talking about the sweeping, where is the best placement for bronzer? Is it all over the face?
Depends.
Okay.
If you're using a matte bronzer, you can go all over. If you're dealing with shimmer, stick with just a bit on the cheekbone and maybe a little by the forehead. You want to give that sun-kissed look, but you don't want to look overly shiny. So as you can see, I used a darker loose powder on Kimmy, and yet it's not translating as not her skin tone.
And you're also using a really wide, fat bristle brush.
The bigger the brush, the better.
Why?
Because we want a lot of coverage. It works better on the skin, and it feels good, right, Kimmy? It's always a bonus.
Well, there you have it.